Sofia Zamora Ortiz, Sofia Zamora Ortiz. They're two separate last names, no hyphen. Hi, I'm Sophia Zamora Ortiz, and in 5 years, I see myself in college, studying adolescent development, and on my way to getting my bachelor's degree. I've always been kind of interested in just people. There's so many things I've been interested in, but the thing I'm good at is just talking to people and being around people. So I've always just kind of leaned more to the science of people. So I thought sociology, I thought biology, but then I kind of settled on neuroscience and cognitive science, because that's what I'm interested in. Because whenever I'm talking about someone, I always think, why are they doing that? Or what made them think about that decision? And so I just thought children and them growing up and their brains developing, how does life affect their brains and their development, how they grow up and who they are in the future. No, because I don't know, I just didn't really. But I think I'm more interested in it in a college way, because I feel like here the classes are very preliminary, very basic, and I want a deeper understanding of it.
And what inspires you to go after this?
I've thought about college since second grade. I've always been looking towards my future, so I have never found a lack of motivation to pursue whatever it is I choose to do. And so, I just constantly think this, whatever I'm doing now is gonna get me to somewhere, even if it's not in college or whatever. I think it's gonna be, as long as it gets me to a stable and healthy future. That's what I care about.
Do you have any specific jobs in mind?
I would love to be a professor, and do it in another country, be a professor in Spain or something like that, or be part of a research institution, and I could just do studies on little kids and kind of work with them, and I think that'd be really interesting and fun to do.
You want to go and hold up that little piece of paper? Perfect. I can steal that. Excellent. There you go. Alrighty. So what is your first and last name and how do you spell it?
My name is Jaypreet Sekhon, Jaypreetsekhon.
Perfect. Alright, what grade are you in?
A sophomore.
Excellent. Okay, so where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Going to college, probably at UC Davis.
Okay, why?
Because they have a good medical program.
Okay, so you're planning on going into the medical field?
Yeah.
What, specifically in the medical field?
Anesthesiology.
Okay, very nice. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
It's what they do for surgery, they give them anesthesia and all that stuff, prepare them for surgery.
Definitely. Why is that something that stood out to you?
Because my parents are in the medical field and it seems pretty interesting.
Okay, definitely. Is it a good paying job?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
Yeah.
Definitely. So when did you sort of realize that that's what you wanted to pursue in the future?
Probably last year when I got into biology class, and
Okay.
it kind of seemed most interesting.
Got it. So who was your teacher last year?
Miss Ham.
Miss Ham.
Yeah.
What about that class and how she taught you made you really want to pursue medical and specifically anesthesiology?
Just the way how she made it interesting and fun by teaching it.
Definitely. Can you give me an example?
We did some kind of labs and they were pretty interesting on the plants and all that stuff, and that was pretty fun.
For sure, definitely. So can you tell me how you see yourself doing in college? Because I know my dad, he had a lot of friends that went into medical in college, and college chemistry kills me.
Mm-hmm.
It's really bad. So how do you see yourself doing that and being able to pursue that?
Probably spending a lot of time studying for exams and spending my time doing that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I know school isn't for everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So would you say that school is one of your strong suits?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Can you give me an example of that?
I'm taking a bunch of advanced classes to boost my GPA to get into better schools.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
What kind of advanced class?
Like AP World and Honors ELA.
Okay, very nice. Hey, thank you so much. You survived.
Alright.
You can steal that mic.
There's the camera. Yep. Okay, go ahead and tell me your name and spell it for me.
Mason Cunningham, MaSonCunningham.
Perfect. And what grade are you in?
10th grade.
Thank you. Okay, tell me your name one more time.
Mason Cunningham.
And then where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself going to college and just probably like a 4-year. I don't know. I don't really know what I want to do, but I feel like once I get older, I'll like realize what I want to do.
Okay, yeah. Do you have like any idea maybe like what type of like more like what location? You're wearing a Bama sweatshirt. Like
Yeah, I mean, my sister goes there, but
Okay.
yeah. I don't know. Probably somewhere in probably like in the South, like Texas area.
Okay, yeah. And like, have you visited Texas a lot? Like, is there
I've been there before. Yeah, I've been to UT, like a bunch of colleges, and this was for like my sister, but I liked it out there. It was like a good area, so.
Yeah, I really like that. And like, what are you doing right now to like get to that point, hypothetically?
Getting good grades, because I still got time, but yeah, just getting good grades.
Yep. Yeah, that's good. And then tell me a little bit more about like what's something you would look for like in a college unit. Like if you had to like pick a few traits right now, what would you
Probably like I don't know, like whatever I like want to like do. Probably that being like a strong point in the college.
Yeah, and you're not quite sure what you want to do yet.
No.
All good, trust me, I don't either. I really like that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, can you hold that grab towards the camera? Perfect. And then tell me how you spell it.
Rylan Lucero, RYLANLUCERO.
Perfect. And then what grade?
10th grade.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna have you say like my name is, go ahead and answer it, and then you answer the question.
I look at the camera. Alright. Wait, what do I say?
My name is, and then answer the question.
My name is Rylan Lucero. I'm a sophomore. Where I'd see myself in 5 years is probably in college, get into that money.
Okay,
Yeah.
and like, do you have any idea like maybe what you want to study?
Probably like, I don't even know yet, but it's like anything to do with money.
It's like just making money, or like or something that will make you money, or like the study of
Study of money, cause like I get to that money, so.
like business, economics, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Okay, that's really interesting. Tell me about like, do you have like a school in mind? Like,
Yeah, I want to go to.
4 year.
I probably want to go to Cal Berkeley or like the state university of Arizona, cause like good college.
Yeah, I think Arizona State has a really good like business program too. Yeah, that's really interesting. Have you like visited Arizona before?
Yeah, I've been to that college a couple times for
Oh,
baseball
okay.
and stuff. So like,
Oh, that's
yeah,
really cool. So you play baseball?
yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. Do you like think you're gonna continue with that for a while, or?
I mean, I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you like to try to get recruited maybe? Or,
Yeah.
Okay, so like to one of those schools maybe.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I think that was good. Yeah. Okay, you can go ahead and hold that paper up towards the camera. Got it, love it. Okay, what's your name? How do you spell it?
Justine Kinch, JUSTINEKINCH.
And then what grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay, I'll take this. Okay, and then you're gonna say my name is, go ahead and answer that, and then you can answer the question.
Okay. My name is Justine, and in 5 years, I see myself being in college in a nursing program.
Nursing?
Yeah.
Okay, and then, like, why are you drawn to nursing?
Well, my aunt's a nurse, and like I get to watch her help people all the time, so I want to be like her and like follow what she's doing.
Yeah, do you have any plans of like maybe like a specific school you'd be interested in, or?
I think I want to go to either like ASU or like U Miami.
Ooh, okay. Have you like visited both those schools or been in those areas before?
Yeah. Well, I've been in like to U Miami because I have family in Florida, but not ASU.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's really cool. And like, what are you doing to get there now? Would you say? What type of work are you doing to move towards that?
Well, I'm on the dance team here, and like I could get a dance scholarship and do dance like in college, and hopefully that works.
Yeah, I think that's a really good plan. Tell me a little bit more about like your experience with dance here.
Well, I've been dancing since I was 4 years old, and I do studio and dance team here, and just like lots of training.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds like a lot. Yeah, I really like that. So you think that you would want to do like nursing and like do dance at like a school?
Yeah.
That's really interesting. I like that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Excellent.
All right, hold up the paper. Perfect. Now I can steal that. Yoink. All right. What is your first and last name and how do you spell
My first and last name, Dhruva Jagdish. How do I spell it? Dhruva. Last name Jagadish.
it? All right. What grade are you?
I'm a sophomore, 10th.
Excellent. Okay. Ignore the camera. That's our conversation.
All right.
Right. Okay. So tell me your name again and tell
Dhruva.
me where you see yourself in 5 years.
In 5 years, hopefully I will be, in college. That's the path that I take. And, at a college I love, and doing something that I want to do, probably mechanical engineering. I really like that type of stuff. I just hope like I'm doing stuff that I love, passions, hobbies. I'm still pursuing hobbies even when I'm in college, I don't want college to like take up my whole life and just like consume me. So I want to maybe work part-time, pursue hobbies like I drum a lot, right? I love drumming. So like maybe do drumming, go out with friends, just do stuff like rock climbing, like that. Like I love rock climbing too. It's just fun, just pursue hobbies while I'm pursuing my degree. That's my future. But I'm also in the present, like doing what I love. That's what I do.
Is there any reason why you're sort of going towards mechanical engineering as like your degree?
I mean, as a kid, I always loved like tinkering with stuff. Like my dad used to work on a car when he was younger, BMW. And I was always around cars. So I mean, I just like fell in love with it. And I really I love like creating. So I mean, yeah.
For sure, definitely. Are you taking the EST class here?
I'm not taking the EST class here, but I do robotics. It's really fun. Yeah.
Very nice. Is it like on campus robotics?
No, it's off campus, like at a warehouse.
At a warehouse.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about that?
So it's like a competition with like countries worldwide. So it's like 30, 40 countries worldwide.
So like you actually compete
Yeah.
for America against other countries?
We don't compete for America, but we compete as like on a region, like as a region of as a region.
That's the
And
reason against-
we just are, the whole point of the robotics is to we kind of there's a goal that is set by the people at like that that host the competition, and then we do the most efficient, and we take from other teams, we take their ideas, we use it for ourselves. It's a bunch of, and it's like, it breeds like social interaction because we have to talk to them, and we also have to integrate into our own to become more efficient and stuff. Yeah.
All right, dude. Thank you so much.
Okay, go ahead and hold that towards the camera. Perfect. What's your name and how do you spell it?
My name is Rehat Balar, Rehat Bhullar.
Perfect. And what grade are you in?
10th.
Got it. Okay, so when you're ready, you can say my name is, and after that, answer the question.
Okay. My name is Rehat Balar, and in 5 years, I hope to see myself in either like dental school or vet school, but I hope to see myself in college.
Okay, so why college?
I've always wanted to do something like medical and like in the science field, so college just has to be a given with that.
Yeah, tell me about like why that's kind of something you see yourself pursuing.
I see myself pursuing that
because both my parents are in the medical field, and I've always loved science, and I've always loved like doing things like dissections. So that's always been something that I'd like to do.
Okay, so what like specifically do your parents do? Like what type of field?
My mom was a nurse, and then my dad does dentistry.
Okay, so like you kind of took the dentistry
I took the dentistry side, yeah.
Okay, explain to me why.
I don't know. I grew up always going to my dad's office, and I think he tried to make it look more fun than it actually is. But I don't know. It always just looked interesting to me, and just fun.
For sure, and you mentioned like dentistry also.
Maybe veterinary. I don't know.
Okay. So
Yeah.
tell me about why that might still be.
I've always loved animals. I love working with animals, but I don't know. I don't know if I have the heart to like. I don't know if I have the heart to do it.
Yeah, for sure. That's probably like yeah, so like what are you doing now to help prepare to get to college?
Right now, just taking, I don't know, just taking all the classes that I can, taking as many like science classes that I find interesting, things like that.
Tell me like an experience. Like you said, you love science.
Mhm.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't. So tell me about like at what point did you realize that was something you really enjoyed and like?
I think like, I don't know, maybe when we were dissecting a frog in like what, 7th grade, that was fun for me. I liked doing that. I loved just doing the dissections and things like that.
Okay, yeah. So was that like middle school?
7th grade, I think, yeah.
And tell me about like a memory you had like maybe from like I don't know, from like middle school until like this point in school. Like, do you have any specific memories like of like a specific teacher or class that just like really like?
I don't know. I think I've always enjoyed science. I've always loved learning about it. So I think it was just always just kind of there, and I've always just liked to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's really good. Thank you.
So we're gonna start recording. Perfect. All right. So I'm gonna steal that from you. All right. What is your first, last name, and how do you spell it?
Sophia Pater, Sophiapater.
All right. What grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Excellent. Okay. So tell me your name again for a purpose, and tell me where you see yourself in 5 years.
I'm Sophia Pater, and I see myself being a nurse in 5 years and caring for old people because my grandma had dementia and she didn't speak English because she came here from Ukraine. And I just want to take care of old people because I kind of did that like most of my life until like a couple years ago. So.
Okay. So did you decide that you wanted to do that because of your grandma, or was there any other reason?
Well, I've always wanted to be a nurse ever since like when I was really young, but I like caring for people and like being in a position where I can like help someone. And then like my grandma kind of like gave me motivation for that because I've kind of taken care of her most of my life.
Why did you want to become a nurse?
Mostly because the pay is good and you don't have to like study as hard as you would for being a doctor.
So I know my dad, he had a few friends in college that went like pre-med or whatever. So like college chemistry and all of those classes, those are like really hard. Are you like prepared or like all those hard classes?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely?
Mhm.
Okay, can you like explain what kind of preparation you've been doing, like even as a sophomore to be ready to go into that field?
I haven't really been doing any, but I'm planning to like volunteer at the hospital when I've been to the hospital a couple times, mostly because of my grandma. So I'm kind of prepared for like the atmosphere and stuff.
Okay, definitely. So you said your grandma came here from Ukraine. When did she come?
When I was just a little kid, she came here to help my mom raise me, and I don't really know. She's kind of just there my whole life. And then when she moved, she started developing dementia, and so she kind of like started like slipping away and stuff.
How's that been for you?
It was definitely stressful for my mom. For me, it wasn't as stressful because I was really young, so I didn't really like know what was happening. And I mean, I was close to her, but I wasn't that close because we had a language barrier. I spoke some Ukrainian, but not like fluently. So, but it was definitely hard for my mom. She likes taking care of someone. So now I have a dog, and I feel like he's kind of like the new grandma of the house because my mom can take care of him and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. All right, thank you so much.
Hold that up to the camera real quick, that paper. Perfect, I could take that from you. If you just want to spell your first and last name for us real quick.
Olivia.
Draughon.
Awesome. And then I'll have you repeat just your first and last name without like having to spell it and stuff. And then say your answer to the question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And the camera's not here. I forgot about that, but it's conversation. So start whenever you're ready.
My name's Olivia Draughon, and in 5 years, I would see myself in college and probably like studying for my job because I've always wanted to be a nurse, so probably somewhere in that field. So.
Okay, so what specifically has like inspired you to want to be a nurse in the future?
Well, I've always wanted to like help like little kids and stuff, so probably just like seeing like all like the nurses that like I've ever like been with and just like watching them work has like inspired me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there anyone like in your family that is currently a nurse?
My aunt's a nurse, so I get to like hear a lot about like her stories and just like what she does. So yeah.
Okay. So have you prepared at all like during your high school time like for those future studies?
I've definitely like done like a lot of research on it and like learned a lot from just like my family and just like other like resources like that.
Okay, so I know like being a nurse is a lot of work. There's like a lot of chemistry and stuff. Are you looking forward to or like kind of like I don't know how to say like against taking those classes in college?
No, I'm not against it. I mean, I don't mind chemistry. I don't mind the science part of it. I think it just like adds to it for me. So.
Awesome. What's like specifically about nursing? I know you said like little kids, but like what specifically about it like really like brings you to like want to do the job in your future, like study it full on?
Just like seeing the kids, like being able to help them and like being able to help kids who like need it, and just like being there for them, like helping them through like their life if they need anything.
So like as a little kid, did you have any impactful like moments or anything like with any nurses that like make you want to?
Not personally, but like I've seen people like in my family, like my cousins, like and other people like been helped by nurses. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Also, can you hold out the camera real quick?
Okay.
Just whichever question you select. Awesome. I can take that from you. And I'll ask you to spell your first and last name for me.
Okay. Jacksonzoggas.
Awesome. So, you had, what's number 5?
Okay. What was number 5? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Awesome. Is that the question you had?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, if I could have you repeat just your first and last name, not spelling it.
Okay.
Look at me, camera's not here, and then answer the question. So,
All right.
whenever you're ready.
Jackson Zogas. In 5 years, I see myself probably doing a job and still helping out like my mom with stuff, like because I want to help my mom even like when I move out of the house.
Do you have a job in mind?
Specifically, I've always wanted to be an architect because first off, they get paid good, and I like making stuff.
Have you found the steps in order to become an architect? Have you taken a certain class?
I'm planning on like taking some like a class to do with architecture because I know like there's some like schools split in places that offer classes, like colleges, I think.
Okay. And when you say you want to support your mom with this job, do you just mean financially?
Yeah, financially and physically too, because my mom has arthritis, so I want to be able to like help her like get surgeries and stuff to like at least suppress the pain so it's not always there.
Okay, so your desire to make money from this architecture job is just to support your mom?
Yeah.
Do you plan, is it like a goal of yours, or is ignoring the whole money part?
Yeah, I just want to be an architect because it just seems like a job that I would find like interesting.
Okay. Do you think this has anything to like stem from your childhood, whether it be like you just liked building with like Legos when you were
Yeah, that was why. I really loved building with Legos, and then my mom did mention that it would be nice if I became an architect. So, and then I looked more into it, and I was like, yeah, that'd be a fun job.
Alright, awesome. Thank you so much, man. So I'll have you hold that paper up to the camera. So I'll take that. You're just looking at me, camera's not here. If you could spell your first and last name real quick.
Kaseyboyer.
Awesome. And so looking at me, I'll have you restate your first last name, like not spelling it, and then answer the prompt, which is where do you see yourself in 5 years?
My name is Casey Boyer, and in 5 years I see myself getting to high school and having a job and having fun with my family and having a fun career.
Do you have any ideas of what career you want to go to?
I'd like to be in marine biology when I'm in college. Yeah.
Okay. What stemmed your interest in marine biology?
When I was younger, I used to live pretty close to the ocean. It was really fun because we went a lot, and it was really exciting to go to aquariums too.
What's your drive to become a marine biologist, whether it be animals, just interest in what it does?
My interest is finding out further into species that we already know or finding more out into the deep ocean.
Is there any species that you have in mind?
Giant manta rays and jellyfish, just deep sea creatures.
Okay, why those ones specifically?
Because there's not very much known about them. We only have a few knowledge, just figuring out. Most of those animals we just found out, and so deeper understanding is much more fun.
I believe there's a marine biology club on campus. Are you part of it?
I was thinking about it, but then I got into a sport, and then I couldn't join.
Okay. Back to marine biology. What path are you taking to become a marine biologist?
Really, any talk about the build of the species and locations and geology of where animals live. It's really just any class that I can take with animals, and I'm okay with that.
Okay, so more on the ocean part of it. I know a lot of the ocean is undiscovered, barely have any part of it.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any unknown species down
Oh yeah, tons. In fact, there's still mapping, and they're finding species every day, tons of them we don't know about, and I think that's really fascinating.
there? So is that what you hope to do, find those species?
Yeah.
Learn about them? Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
You can hold that up real quick. All right, I can take that from here.
I'll take that.
I'll take that. All right, so you could just spell your first and last name for me.
Bradford, Hannon.
Awesome, and then you are a sophomore.
Yeah.
All right, so if you could just really quickly repeat your name. My name is blank, and where I see myself in 5 years is.
My name is Bradford Hannon, and I see myself in 5 years probably going to college for a sport.
That's great. What sports do you play?
I play football and track and field right now.
That's great. What college are you looking at?
Oregon, Florida. Yeah, those are the main two.
What events do you run in track, and also what position do you play in football?
In football, I play the center, and in track and field, I do throws, so discus and shot put.
Cool. So tell me a little bit more about high school sports. What do they mean to you? Why do you think sports are important?
You can meet a lot more people, and most of the time those people become family to you, more brothers and sisters, and you can just it feels like you're at home and not just doing a sport to do a sport, and it teaches you a lot about life and how to treat moments that you have and how to meet new people and just all that.
Yeah. What are some of the lessons that you've learned through sports?
Probably how to respect adults a lot more.
That's great. Tell me about your coaches. Have they had an impact on you?
Yeah. My football coach, my lineman coach, Coach DT, he's a pretty cool guy. He's very funny. He's just taught me a lot about the sport, and he's also my track coach. So I get to see him in the spring too. So that'll be nice.
That's great. Have you made friends and built relationships through sports?
All my relationships in the school are through football and track and field.
That's great. So if you wanted to say something about sports in general, what would you say and what it means to you?
That without sports, I wouldn't be the man I am today, and I feel like everybody should try a sport out once or twice in their life.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right.
Alright, so you hold that up for the camera to see.
Okay.
What's your name? How do you spell it? And what grade are you in?
Miliani, Miliani Robles, Robles, and I'm a sophomore.
Can you, let the cameras on you, you're just
Okay.
Can you answer the question? Can you say what your name is, starting with like, my name is blank, and then say, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
My name is Miliani, and in 5 years, I see myself attending the University of Hawaii and following in the marine biology field.
When did you want to go to that college?
Because my family's originated from there, so I'm like mostly Hawaiian, and so I kind of want to go back to my home roots. And yeah, I love the ocean, so I want to work in there.
Great. Have you taken the marine biology class?
No, I plan to as a junior though, because that's when you can, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah. So tell me like why you're passionate about marine biology.
Yeah, just because whenever I was little, I would always go snorkeling with my dad and my mom in Hawaii, and then I just always loved the sea creatures, and so I kind of have gained a love for that, and so ever since then I kind of want to study them and help the better in the ocean life.
Yeah, that's super cool. So you mentioned that you are from Hawaii and that you've been to Hawaii. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so my mom it's mainly my mom's side that she is mainly Hawaiian, and so her whole side of the family is Hawaiian. It's really nice to get close to them and just kind of go to my Hawaiian roots.
That's cool. What islands in Hawaii have you been to?
Yeah, so I've kind of been to all of them, if I'm not going to lie. So I've been to all of them, but I want to go to the college in Oahu.
What's your favorite island?
Probably Oahu. That's why, because I want to live there after college, so.
So, like, where do you see yourself, like, continuing in marine biology? Do you see that as a profession?
Yeah, so I do. After college, I kind of want to stay in that field, stay in Oahu, like I said, and continue marine biology and kind of make a living off of it. So that's the goal and that's the plan.
What specifically about marine biology makes you, super interested?
Yeah, because like I said, I loved sea animals growing up, and so everything kind of fascinates me about them. So I would love to kind of study them as a living, because my job that I want to do, I want to have fun and I want to enjoy it. And so that's something I really am passionate and enjoy about life, so I would love to do that.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That for the camera to see though. Grab that from William. Okay. Can you say your name and spell it for me? And then tell me what grade you're in.
Like the whole thing?
Yeah.
My name is Reagan Hay, Raeganhay, and I'm a sophomore.
Perfect. And then can you say your name, like my name is blank, and then answer the question, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
My name is Reagan Hay, and in 5 years I see myself in college.
What college?
The University of Auburn.
That's great. Tell me why you chose that.
I just want to go there because I like the South, and they have a really big football team, which I like, and they have a good nursing program, and I want to be a nurse, so.
That's great. Tell me a little bit more about becoming a nurse.
I just want to be a nurse to be able to help people, and I just think it's a good career and a good opportunity.
When did you feel passionate about helping people?
I've always wanted to help people. I've always wanted to be in the medical field, so it's just something I've always wanted to do.
That's great. What type of person do you want to be in 5 years? If you were able to have one characteristic, what's the type of thing you want to be?
Maybe understanding and sympathetic towards others.
Yeah, that's great. Tell me a little bit more about this college. When did you decide to go there?
Well, my dad refs college football, and we tour a bunch of colleges. So we were touring Auburn, and I just thought it was a really nice campus. I liked the area around it, and it had just a really positive school energy, and everyone was really connected to the campus.
That's super cool. Tell me a little bit more about your dad, refing the college football games.
Yeah, he's been doing that for the past 15 years. It's really fun. It's given me a lot of new opportunities and experiences, and opportunities to go explore new places. So.
Does he also watch the football, or do
Yeah.
you like watching football?
Yeah.
That's great. Do you have a specific memory or moment with your dad?
He reffed the Pac-12 championship a couple years ago, and it was a really fun game. It was actually 2 years ago. It was Oregon versus Washington. It was a really fun game, and it was a really cool experience being able to go to that.
That's super cool. That's great. In 5 years, what's something that you want to be doing, outside of the job?
In 5 years, I
I want to get married at a young age, so I hope to be like married and like starting a family.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Can you hold that up to the camera?
Yeah.
Can you say your first and last name and how do you spell?
My name is Callie Stiff, Calistiff.
And what grade level are you?
Junior.
Okay. What course do you Could you repeat your first name and then answer the question where you see yourself in 5 years?
My name is Callie, and in 5 years, I see myself in college.
What college do you think you'll go to?
Probably some like state university or something.
Do you have anything in particular in mind?
I plan to like major in psychology.
Psychology? Why psychology right
I guess it's like what interests me the most.
Is there a certain aspect to psychology that interests you?
Not really. I just see myself in the future being a therapist or going into that kind of job field.
For being a therapist, do you have like a specialty, whether it be like children's therapist, was it overall?
I'll probably go into like a mental health therapist.
Why that one?
I'm not sure.
How about as a person? In 5 years, how do you think you will be as a person?
As a person, hopefully a good person.
Any specific characteristics? Maybe something that you don't have now that you want to be in 5 years?
Probably make more money and have like pets and stuff.
How many pets?
I'm probably gonna have like a cat and a bunny and like a dog, so 3.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and hold that up towards the camera. Perfect. What's your name and how do you spell it?
My name's Rehat Balar, REHATBHULLAR.
Perfect. And what grade?
10th.
Got it. Okay, so when you're ready, you can say my name is, and after that, you answer the question.
Okay. My name is Rehat Balar, and in 5 years, I hope to see myself in either like dental school or vet school, but I hope to see myself in college.
Okay, so why college?
I've always wanted to do something like medical and like in the science field, so college just has to be a given with that.
Yeah, tell me about like why that's kind of something you see yourself pursuing.
I see myself pursuing that because both my parents are in the medical field, and I've always loved science and I've always loved like doing things like dissections. So that's always been something that I'd like to do.
Okay, so what like specifically do your parents do? Like what type of field?
My mom was a nurse, and then my dad does dentistry.
Okay, so you kind of took the dentistry
I took the dentistry side, yeah.
Okay, explain to me why.
I don't know. I grew up always going to my dad's office, and I think he tried to make it look more fun than it actually is. But I don't know. It always just looked interesting to me. Just fun.
For sure. And you mentioned like dentistry, but also
Maybe veterinary. I don't know.
So
Yeah.
tell me about why that might still be an option.
I've always loved animals. I love working with animals, but I don't know. I don't know if I have the heart to like. I don't know if I have the heart to do it.
Yeah, for sure. That's probably like a difficult job. Yeah, so like what are you doing now to help you prepare to like get to that point of like getting into college and like thriving in college?
Right now, just taking, I don't know, just taking all the classes that I can, taking as many like science classes that I find interesting, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about like an experience. Like you said, you love science.
Mhm.
Like I'm gonna be honest, I don't. So tell me about like at what point did you realize that was something you really enjoyed and like?
I think like, I don't know, maybe when we were dissecting a frog in like what, 7th grade, that was fun for me. I liked doing that. I loved just doing the dissections and things like that.
Okay, yeah. So was that like middle school?
7th grade, I think, yeah.
And tell me about like a memory you have like maybe from like kind of I don't know, from like middle school until like this point in school, like do you have any specific memories like of like a specific teacher or class that just like really like?
I don't know. I think I've always enjoyed science. I've always loved learning about it. So I think it was just always just kind of there, and I've always just liked to do it.
Yeah, for sure. That's really good. Thank you.
And then you're just going to have a little conversation with Matthew.
All right. Can you
Perfect.
hold that up for the camera to see? Nice and high.
Let's just make sure that we've got everything like going here.
Are we live? Are we good?
Doing good?
All right. I can take that picture from you.
Ooh.
Camera's not even there. You and me are just going to actually be having
Got it.
All right. What's your name? How do you spell it? And what grade are you in?
Like now?
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Gabriel Lagarde. You spell it Gabriellagarde, and I am in 10th grade.
Perfect. All right. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, after high school, I see myself going into a college. Personally, me, and with the help from my stepfather in particular, he wants me to go to a 5-star military academy. He wants me, and I, along with him, want to go to West Point, become an officer, do maybe a little enlistment in the military, come back and use that experience for something else.
That's super cool. So tell me about like your stepdad. So I'm guessing he's involved with the military.
Yeah, my father and my stepfather were both in military. My father was in Coast Guard, and my stepfather is in the National Guard, but he works in the cybersecurity department.
So have they, tell me a little bit more about them influencing you?
Well, my dad, I don't really see him that much, but my stepfather, he influences me by not treating me like it sounds bad, but he doesn't really treat me like a son. He treats me as someone that can always better themselves. So he always encourages me, and then when I do something dumb or stupid, he lets me know, like if I was, an employee of his.
Yeah, that's cool. So tell me a little bit more about like not just like profession-wise, but like personality-wise. Like who do you want to be in 5 years?
If I had to choose anyone I'd look up to, probably be my stepfather still. He's just, he really all around is a great man. He served our country, he went on tours, and all around he just, he supports his family, he loves me and my sisters. He's just a great man.
Yeah, that's cool. So do you like school, or, because I'm guessing West Point is kind of like a...
Yeah, no, West Point, it requires a lot. You need a lot of academic, not awards, just like accomplishments. You need a couple AP classes, but yeah, just shooting for there.
Perfect.
Okay.
Remind them not to look at the camera.
Stupid.
What? Not stupid. I'm just special. Very, very special. Alrighty. So you can go and hold up that piece of paper so the camera can see what question you're doing. Perfect. I can take that from you. Alrighty. So say your name and answer the question, which is like, my name is blank, and I see myself in 5 years doing blank or something like that.
Okay. My name is Alana, and I see myself in 5 years in Colorado going to vet school.
Okay. Why?
I really like animals, and actually I work with animals now, and it's just something that makes me happy, and that's kind of what I want to do with my life.
Yeah, totally. When did you really decide that this is what you wanted to do?
I kind of always have known that. My grandma has a whole bunch of animals and stuff, and that's kind of been my influence with that. And so that's just something I've always grown up with and been around.
Yeah, totally. You said Colorado. What school specifically?
I'm not sure yet.
You're not sure.
Yeah.
You want to be in Colorado?
Yeah.
Yeah, the mountains are very nice up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. So do you want to be a vet, or do you want to be a vet technician, or do you just you want to work with animals in general?
Just kind of in general. I think I do want to be a vet. But yeah, I think just in general, anything to do with that.
Yeah, totally. What's your favorite animal?
I don't know.
Yeah, you love them all equally.
Yeah, all equally.
Very nice. All right, so what you said like you work with animals now. What do you do to work with animals?
I work at a dog boarding place in Loomis, so people like leave their dogs there when they go on vacation and stuff.
Okay, how long have you been doing that?
Probably almost 6 months now.
Okay.
So I think I started last September.
Very nice. And that's helped you like realize this is what I want to do in the future?
Yeah, that's kind of like solidified it, like this is what I want to do kind of thing.
Yeah,
So.
very nice. So what exactly do you do there? I know like you watch dogs, but like what, can you like give me a walkthrough of day in the life of dog boarding, you said?
Yeah. So usually I only work Sundays right now because I've been really busy, but when we get there, we have to like let them all out and make sure that they're like getting exercise and then changing waters and stuff and making sure that the crates are all clean. And then people come and they drop their dogs off, and then we have to make like a locker for them so their food's in there, and then picking them up is like the opposite. So just bringing them back out.
Totally. All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, can you
All right, so you can hold that paper up.
Perfect. Alrighty. All right, so same thing. Say your name into answering the question.
The camera's not here, so.
Yeah.
Do I have to say my full name or
That's
just?
still a conversation. You can say full name,
Okay.
nickname,
Hi.
dog's name, up to you.
My name is Cami, and in 5 years, I see myself in college, mostly probably out of state, and hopefully doing med school to become a nurse or like mainly delivery nurse.
Okay, so first of all, why do you want to do that?
Because I've always wanted to help people, and I really enjoy like science, and just I've always wanted to become a doctor or a nurse somewhere in that realm.
Yeah, totally. And why out of state?
I'm not the biggest fan of California. The only thing I like about California is the weather.
Yeah, it's very nice weather. Do you have any like preferences on states or schools that you want to
I visit a lot of colleges, and I really like Baylor in Arizona, just Texas, Arizona.
Yeah, totally. And what grade are you in right now?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore? Okay, so already visiting college.
Yeah.
You're on it. Okay, very nice. So you said you want to go into like the medical science field. Is there like any reason why that's what you want to do? Is there any like person in your family that does that or something like that?
My grandpa, he was an ER doctor for a while. That's about it, but
That's about it?
yeah.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, there's a lot of college and stuff that goes into like actually going into the field. Are you like, would you say you're ready for that? Have you been like taking all the classes here to get ready?
Yeah, I'm taking a lot of science classes right now. I'm definitely like nervous because everybody says that med school and going into that realm is really hard, but I want to do it, so.
Yeah, I know my dad's friends when he went to Davis. A lot of his friends, as soon as they took bio in college, they just quit. Like they could not do it. So you sound like you're ready. Okay, so what is like your favorite thing about that field? Like, I know like a lot of it is death or sickness.
Yeah.
What about that like calls you?
Well, for delivery nurses especially, like I want to help like the mom like get ready, and I also like I love kids, so like once like the delivery nurse, you can help them after. Like when you're the doctor, you just kind of like do it and go away, but as the nurse, you can like actually help them out.
Yeah, definitely. And I know being a nurse, like sometimes it's underpaid and stuff like that. Is there any reason like why you really want to be a nurse besides like you get to engage and stuff like that?
Sorry, can you say that again? I couldn't hear that.
Are we good? Okay. So sometimes nurses are underpaid. Would you say like there's another pulling factor besides the fact that you just get to be interacting with people more than the doctors that just walk in and check out?
Not really. Yeah.
Not really. You just.
I'd rather enjoy my job than get paid well. So.
That's a really good reason. All right, thank you. That's great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
I can take it out. It's okay. Can you spell out your first last name?
JAELYNNALBIN.
Okay, so to start this off, this is a conversation between you and me. The camera doesn't exist, so you can face me.
Okay.
And you're just talking to me, so this is super casual. So to begin, you're gonna say my name is your name, and then answer the question you chose.
Do I talk to you?
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Jalen, and the question I chose is, where do I see myself in 5 years?
And where do you see yourself?
I see myself working in the medical field, hopefully being a NICU nurse or a pediatric nurse. So, yeah.
Why in that field?
I love working with kids and babies, and it's just something I really want to do when I'm older, and yeah.
How long have you aspired to do this?
I've known that I've always wanted to work in the medical field, and up until recently, I've realized I wanted to do it with like kids and stuff, so I've done research on a bunch of jobs, and I ended up going in between those. So.
What changed your mind to specifically?
I don't know. It was just I am hanging out, like I babysit sometimes, and I have cousins who are very, very little, and I just love hanging out with them, and that's just where my passion is in the future. Yeah. Every moment I have with them is really just something I cherish a lot, and I love just being around them, and so that's just really it. Yeah.
Any other aspects you're excited for in your future?
Traveling, becoming a mom probably. That's just one of the big things. I really am excited to become a mom when I'm older, and so yeah.
Any other plans or hobbies?
Yeah, I want to go to Europe when I'm older. After college, hopefully, and I want to visit like Italy, and I want to go to France and all that stuff, and hopefully I can achieve that. So that would be cool.
Any specific reason, or?
Well, when I was younger, I visited Amsterdam with my family, and we ended up going to a few different countries, and I don't really remember it, but I would like to go back and take some pictures and get some memories of those countries again. So.
Yeah. Okay, that's perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, thank
All right,
you.
thank you.
I can take it. Can you spell out your first and last name, please?
Yes, ADDISONVOLKERT.
Okay, so again, this is a conversation between you and me. The camera doesn't exist. You can just face me, and this is a casual conversation. So to start, can you say, my name is, your name, and then answer the question.
Okay. My name is Addison Volker, and I'm going to be talking about, am I saying like what I'm going to be talking about?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and I'm going to be talking about what I'm going to be doing in 5 years.
What are you going to be doing?
In 5 years, I plan to already have like my bachelor's degree or some type of degree, and then just kind of take a little year or two after college to just travel around the world.
Where would you travel specifically?
Probably in Europe, or the first place I'd probably travel to is the Netherlands, because I have a lot of family there.
What inspired you to have this plan set up?
Well, my family, they never really got to travel before they had kids, since my mom had my family me really young. And so she told me always that she would it's good to wait and travel first, because when you have kids it's harder to travel. And so I thought it'd be fun just to travel around the world before I have kids, and get to live life before I'm not stuck at home, but before I have kids of my own.
I love that. And what will you be going to school for? Or?
I want to be a nurse practitioner when I'm older.
And why is that?
I don't know. I've been in the hospital a lot of my life, and my friend Presley, she wanted to be a nurse practitioner too, and she was younger, and so she just kind of influenced me to want to becoming that too, because she opened up my eye to it. I'm not sure if I want to necessarily become a nurse practitioner, but that's one of the ideas that I have.
Yeah. Any other aspects of your future that you want to do, plans, hobbies?
Probably, I don't know. I also would probably want to become a real estate agent, but that would probably be later than 5 years. But I don't know. Yeah.
Why a real estate agent?
Well, my dad's done that, and I just love looking at homes. Even now, I'll take my friends and we'll drive up to Folsom and go look at the open houses, just because it's just so fun, fascinating to me.
Wow, I love that. Any other things you're doing now to kind of get to that?
Not really. I'm kind of just taking things one step at a time.
That's perfect. That was perfect. Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah. I can take it. Spell out your first and last name.
Right now?
Yes.
Emma, E-M-M-A, Rigo, R-E-G-O.
Okay, to start, this is a conversation between you and me. The camera doesn't exist, so you can face me, and you're just talking to me, and it's super casual.
Okay.
So to begin, you're going to say, my name is, your name, and then answer the question you chose.
Okay. My name is Emma, and where do I see myself in 5 years? Hopefully in a college in Texas. I want to go to medical school to become a plastic surgeon, and I really hope that my goal comes true.
Why specifically a plastic surgeon?
I just think plastic surgeon is the most chillest surgeon out there. It's a very calm procedure, nothing urgent, and it's just cool seeing what people want to do to their bodies, and I want to be able to help them.
And why specifically a college in Texas?
I really want to go to Texas because I just love the environment they have there. I love the weather, even though it's hot and humid. I just love the people out there. It's a very calm, very cheap school, very cheap area too.
And any other like plans, hobbies, travel that you see yourself wanting to do in the future?
I do want to go to Portugal one year. Hopefully that can come true, and maybe own like some animals or something like that.
Why specifically Portugal?
I actually am Portuguese, so I just want to see where like my family came from and all that. And it's like a beautiful country. Beaches, gorgeous, environment, everything is gorgeous there.
And what kind of animals do you want to own?
I want to own a dog and maybe some ducks, because like I always wanted a duck, and then I do have a dog right now, and I love my dog so much.
Why do you want to own a duck?
I just think ducks are like a fun animal. They're like cute, and I love their quacking, and it's just like cute because I know a lot of people have ducks, and just like it's like a little animal.
Yeah. Any other like plans? Like, do you want to live somewhere specifically in the future? Or?
I want to live in Houston because I think it's more cheaper there, and the colleges are way better than like Dallas and other San Antonio and all that.
Yeah. And any other like plans you have for yourself in the future that you're excited about?
Hopefully owning a big house, something like that, with like a pool, because I never grew up with a pool, so something like that. And just like having a house myself, not living in an apartment or no student like loan or anything.
And yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
Of course.
You can just take the clip off.
Okay.
I can take that. So to start this, can you just spell your first last name, please?
Yeah, Taima, T-A-I-M-A, Cerrone, C-E-R-O-N-E.
Okay, and again, this is a conversation between you and me. The camera doesn't exist. You can face me and you're just talking to me, and it's super chill. So to start, can you say my name is, your name, and then answer the question you chose?
My name is Taima, and I chose what do you see yourself in 5 years? I probably see myself in a college in Florida, probably studying marine life, because, yeah.
And why marine life?
Well, I grew up in Florida, so I know like a lot about the marine life there. I just like helping our animals, like a safe environment, yeah.
And what made you want to pursue this in the future?
Well, in elementary school, we used to go to the beach a lot for our field trips. Every Friday we would go to the beach, and I would like go in the water, see all like the creatures, and if like a creature needed help, I would like help them, because like why not?
Any other like aspects that you're excited to learn or you get to stick through?
No, not really.
What about any other plans that you have for the future?
Probably traveling. I love traveling, so.
Where do you want to travel?
I want to travel to my home country. It's called Samoa, American Samoa. Paris, France, anywhere that's like not in the United States.
Any specific reasons why, like Paris?
Not really. I just like to travel a lot.
Yeah. Any other like hobbies you see yourself doing in the future?
Probably going to the gym more. Yeah.
Anything you're doing right now to kind of help you get to that point in the future?
Yeah, I actually go to the gym like almost every day. I have my routines down, and so I've been doing that a lot.
Yeah. Any other like final like plans, travel, hobbies, whatever for the future that you want to talk about?
No, not really.
Okay. And that's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. So, spell out your first and last name.
Yeah, my name is
Jamie Kasten, Jamikasten.
Okay, and to begin, this is a conversation between you and me. The camera doesn't exist, so you can just face me and talk to me in super casual. So to start, you're just going to say, my name is, your name, and then answer the question of choice.
Okay, my name is Jamie, and I see myself studying criminology in 5 years at college. I've always had had a passion for like solving crimes and stuff, so it's, yeah.
What started this passion?
Well, my uncle was a homicide detective, so I really kind of like want to follow down that path in some way, not exactly. Yeah.
What kind of college do you want to go to?
I was thinking about going to like CSU Long Beach or UC Irvine because they have one of the better criminology schools down there.
And what specific aspects of criminology are you excited for?
Kind of like the investigation route, where I just like go on the scene and I collect like data and like analysis and stuff. Yeah.
Any other like future plans that you're excited for? Travel, hobbies?
I am excited to travel, and I really want to go out and go like out of the country more and see a bunch of other places I haven't seen yet. So yeah.
Any like specific places?
Kind of Europe and maybe like South America's a little bit.
Any reasons why those places?
Well, I'm taking Spanish, so I'd like to like use my high school experience to go and speak Spanish and stuff. And also, I always found like Europe interesting with all the sites and the places there.
Yeah. Any other like hobbies you see yourself doing in the future, or you want to do in the future?
I can see myself continuing like my dance and my theater career, hobby, and because I do that off to the side a lot.
And how so? Like, how do you pursue it?
Probably just doing like community or like minoring in one of those two.
What are your favorite aspects about like theater and dance?
I like the community that theater gives me. It's really nice to be with all those people where they don't like judge at all and they're very like welcoming. And for dance, I like it because everyone's just like kind of on the same level, so we're all improving at the same time, but we're also like excelling at the same time. Yeah.
I love that. Any other like plans you have in your future that you want to talk about? Or you're excited for?
No, I think that's really it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Perfect.
Thank you. Okay, and I can take that. And can you start out by spelling out your first last name?
ALLYSONKUAN.
Okay. And again, the camera doesn't exist, so you can face me, and we're just talking to each other. It's super casual. So to start, can you say my name is, your name, and then answer the question of choice?
My name is Allison Kwan, and in 5 years I see myself hopefully in college still, maybe like, traveling abroad and doing something.
Where would you want to travel abroad?
I want to go Europe, somewhere in Europe, maybe like Italy or something.
Any reasons why?
I love like traveling, and I love going experience different cultures and seeing like new things, and I love Italy. Like I've been there like once and I want to go back and I want to see more parts of it.
What college you want to go to?
I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking more of maybe like a smaller school, like a medium-sized school, just for me to like help me a little bit more.
Anything, do you know what like you want to study?
I'm not really sure yet, but I know I want to do something maybe in the healthcare to help, because I'm pretty passionate about like helping other people and wanting to kind of make a difference and an impact.
And why is that? Like, what inspired you?
Well, when I was little, I broke my leg, and so I was in the hospital for a little bit, and I was just like wanting to like pay back to my community and like kind of give other people a different experience to help change their lives.
Yeah. Any other like hobbies or travel plans or just plans generally?
Well, I play sports, and I'm not sure if I'm going to play them in college yet or not, and hopefully maybe I'll play a club in it or something.
What sports do you play?
I play lacrosse and flag football.
And why is that?
Because I love the community, I love being part of a team, and I love being able to have a connection and meet new people that I probably wouldn't have met before.
Any like fun moments you have?
I love like some of the games, like being able to like hang out with my teammates, like cheer each other on, like just celebrate with each other and just have fun.
Yeah. Any other like final like plans or moments that you want to have in your future that you want to talk about?
I hope like I succeed, obviously. Like I hope I do something that makes me happy, not just because I need
I need to do or something, and I hope I have more passion about it.
Yeah, that's perfect. And thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, and you could, I can take this. Okay. And can you spell out your first and last name?
AVAOLIMPIADA.
Okay, and so to start this, this is a conversation between me and you. The camera doesn't exist. So just look at me and we're just going to be talking.
Okay.
Can you start this out by saying, my name is, your name, and then you'll answer the question that you've chosen.
Okay. My name is Ava Olympiada, and I see myself in 5 years just going to college and studying to become a physical therapist.
Why have you chosen to be?
One of my cousins is working to become one too, and he just inspired me to do it too. And also I have an aunt who's in that area. She's like more of an athletic trainer, but I'm really interested in it.
What aspects of the job make you want to do that?
There's different like areas of specialty, so like sports therapy, which is the one I'm most interested in because I play sports. So
What kind of sports do you play?
I play soccer.
Ooh, how long have you been playing that?
I've been playing for like 7 or 8 years, I think.
Do you see yourself also continuing?
Yeah, I'm gonna play college soccer too.
What kind of college do you want to go to?
Anywhere just in like the West Coast, really. California, Nevada. I don't know, I just like it here, I guess.
What other like things, hobbies, things you want to do in the future? Travel, places?
Yeah, I guess travel.
Where do you want to go?
Probably like the Bahamas.
Why?
I don't know, it looks really nice. Fun.
That's very good. What other I guess hobbies do you see? It's okay.
Probably just having like family, still being a physical therapist. Yeah. I don't really know yet. Haven't thought about that.
Anything else you want to say about like wanting to become a physical therapist,
Not really.
Okay. So that's good.
Okay, go ahead and like flip to the question you're going to answer.
Okay. Okay.
What grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and hold that paper up to the camera. Perfect. I was gonna take that from you. Okay, so what's your name and how do you spell it?
My name is Caitlin Fruitnick, KAITLYN-FRUCHTENICHT.
Perfect. And what grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Got it. Okay, when you're ready, say my name is, and after that you can answer the question.
Okay. My name is Caitlin Fruitnick, and wait, what am I doing? Sorry. Just answering the question?
Yeah.
Do I say the question?
No, you can just, or you could just say like, I see myself doing this.
Okay. My name is Caitlin Fruitnick, and I see myself in 5 years going to college and working in the sports photography industry.
Okay, so tell me more about like why college?
I've always wanted to go to college. I think my parents have pushed it on me from a young age to really just be successful and go to college. And yeah, it's something I really want to experience and try.
Okay, so why sports photography?
I want to do sports photography because I've always been interested in it. I love doing sports. I love all kinds of sports. So just doing photography of it and just everything around it, media and all that, marketing, that kind of thing, I've always just been interested in.
Okay, so do you have any like inspirations or anything like that when it comes to this field?
Not really. I just, I'm in the sports media class here at Rockland, so just seeing people in my class shine and doing all that kind of stuff, and then just seeing just random TikToks that pop up of people doing all that sports photography and stuff.
Yeah, so you kind of already mentioned this, but what are you doing right now to like get towards that point of like getting into college and like trying?
So currently I'm in sports media, and I have an Instagram where I post photos and I go out to games and I do photos, and then we film TikToks and do all that kind of stuff.
Cool. So you mentioned marketing too. So would you like to kind of like, would you kind of want to combine those really sure it's like if it's like sports photographer or if it's like sports photographer and then you're putting that like into marketing.
Yeah, so I really want to start out as sports media and doing sports photography and social media, but I do realize that like that may not be a long-term goal necessarily. So I'd like to transition into sports marketing for a longer time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
I think that's really good. Yeah.